Get ready because that's about to change with each
That's
and every
changing.
one of you. We cannot wait to see that whole thing. I
Yeah.
know you guys have seen that post, right? You want to be a part of that promo video? Get those pictures sent in by the 22nd, info@gethaunted.com. Rob, you've already gotten a whole lot of them, right?
Yeah, the emails are flying in.
Yeah.
People I didn't even know. Like it's really,
Yeah.
really cool. It's good to
Yeah.
see the
What's this?
faces that
What's this?
are when
What's
you
the
oh, it's okay. It happens. It happens. Curling iron malfunctions here. Um so yeah, no, look, 2024 is going to be huge. It is
Yeah.
we're bringing in the community even more, the faces, the people behind that are truly behind Get Haunted and are
Yeah.
where we are today, 2 years later.
Yeah, listen, you know what? Get Haunted, the network is what it is because each and every one of you, and to be able to celebrate you and to lift you and to show the community out there who the network is because this has got, you know what? When people knock Get Haunted, they think they're knocking Rob and I. But the reality is they're taking a jab at you and we don't appreciate it. Like we do not
Yeah,
stand for that. So we
we
want
will
them to
fight.
understand we will fight and you've seen us fight. So yeah, this is it's time. It's time to show the world who Get Haunted is, and that is each and every one of you. So here we are, midday, midweek. You're right here with Rob and Sarah.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
feeling better. I know, I announced to the world because I do enjoy sympathy that I was not feeling well.
Yeah.
But I'm on the mends and it's good. And today we're going to try, like, again, to celebrate the people that are,
Yeah.
that make up Get Haunted. I made little special things for
Are you
each and every one
ready?
of these take time, but I
We're
got a
getting there.
bunch done. I got a
Yeah.
bunch done. So
We're getting
if I'm quick on the draw, I'll be able to do some cool things today, some fun little
Okay.
surprises
Are you
for.
ready?
Yeah, I'm
Should we?
ready.
Should we?
Let's.
Okay. Let's say hi to everybody before we get started. Because here's the thing. We have something so exciting for you guys. I can't even wait to talk about this. But before we introduce you to a really important piece to the paranormal community, let's say hello to the community. So first, Sandra made it in first today. She's like, "I'm here."
Yeah, threw me off. Sandy's surprise is not ready, but
Oh, well, there you go.
I
Well,
know I
there's
suck.
that.
Look, I only have so many hours per day.
This is true. I must have done my
Okay,
hair
listen,
wrong. It's
we have a
bugging me.
guest, and he doesn't care about your hair either.
He might be like, you know what?
Listen,
I don't love it. So, second up, we have Mr. Stacy Talich. There he is.
yeah, see, little flash of
A
Stacy.
little flash, a little flash of Stacy. We love a little flash of Stacy. Hey, Stacy, how are you? We have Dee Dee here.
Dee Dee's not
There's Miss.
finished.
Uh-oh, Dee Dee, you're not fin. Okay, well, two out of three so
All
far.
right, just keep going.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. We have the awakening, but that is Danny Marie right here.
Oh, Danny, she signed in as the wrong account.
Yeah, there's Miss Danny. You might. Is it going to kill you if you have to make them a little longer than 2 seconds?
Yes,
Okay.
we talked about this, Sarah, and you were like, "No, that's fine."
I thought it was, and now we're kind of playing it out. There's
Okay.
Sam. Sam's pretty
Sam's
paranormal.
Sam's not finished. All right. How about we just wait until these? I know she's in the queue. Why don't we just
She's in
wait?
the queue. We're
Why
going
don't
to
we just
wait.
wait? Just go through everybody.
Okay, we're gonna go through everybody. But they were talking. There's Miss Jenny Davis.
Jenny.
Jenny is right here in the house. If you guys don't know, she is part of the P3. That is the Get Haunted Paranormal podcast program. Unturned Pages with Russ Stiver, and also Whispers Within with Candy Slater.
Whispers within.
Yeah, we love that. Mike Cronin, two brothers extreme in the house.
Cronin.
What are you doing? We have Kaylee, an amazing crew, Get Haunted crew right here. It is. It's that time again, midday, midweek. We love that. Hello to you. We have Adam Van Kuren. Hey, Adam. There is his cute little mug. He was just like, hey. I love that picture of him.
Yep.
We have Big Daddy Andy in the house.
Boom. Big Daddy Andy
There's
in the
Big
house.
Daddy. Big Daddy Andy. Cannot wait to see. We've got some of these folks are coming in on for February's Making Sense of Your Senses. Love that.
It's gonna
Cannot
be good.
wait. There's the beautiful Miss Cindy Marie, and she is also Get Haunted crew. Hey to you. There's our girl. There's Contraband
No,
Lisa.
contraband Lisa.
There's Contraband Lisa. Can't wait to see some more. I'm like waiting for some more merch designs.
Yeah,
Cannot wait. We do have your photos, Jenny. We do. We're so
we do. I'm
excited.
not replying to all the emails yet. They were flying in. I've been sick. They're coming to me, not going to Sarah. So,
Oh, did you like that disclaimer? They're
oh,
coming
people are
to
like, Sarah,
Rob.
is this going to work? Is that going to work? And I'm like,
I wrote the post. There is the Miss Beautiful Christina, Haunts for the Homeless.
Hunts for the Homeless,
Guys,
Christine.
don't forget this Friday, Haunted Faith has a special fundraiser show, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Lots of the network are going to be taking part of this show. This is a
Yep.
cool fundraiser for Haunts for the Homeless, a good time for us to get together, have some laughs, and raise some more money. The weather, look, the holidays, they came and went. But the weather really kind of just hit, right, Rob? Like the cold really just
Well, it's
sort of
brutal.
hit.
It's been
And
brutal here.
so we're not done helping Haunts for the Homeless. That does take care of the Connecticut and Rhode Island areas of the homeless community. So come join. You're going to have some fun with a lot of awesome people
Yeah.
that you know. So be sure to join at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Haunted Faith. Rachel Bradley. There she is.
Rachel's not done.
Rachel, you're not done. Miss Courtney, there she is, Trinity Paranormal of Long Island. There's Miss Courtney, our most organized of organized souls on the
Yeah.
planet. I'll tell you what, nobody better. D
Nobody.
Hoot, D Hoot from Texas. Oh, I love hers.
Who's
We
anonymous?
we just don't even know. D Hoot's mysterious.
We don't.
She's mysterious. There's Miss Candy Slater,
Oh,
Whispers
gotta get Candy.
Within. Got to get Candies in there. How are you doing this afternoon? Here is Mr. Steve White.
Hey, Steve.
I love that. That's a Courtney. Look at that. I remember he was on Paranormally Blonde on Monday.
There you go.
Okay, let's see. Make sure I'm not okay. So, yeah, that's some of our friends. So we're gonna we want to introduce you to somebody, but before we bring him up, I do want to give a shout out, actually right there to Candy Slater. What I want to say is what you're about to witness and what we witness every day on the network is the network working. What does that mean? That means each of you, your voices are heard. You guys are making these connections. This connection was brought to us by the lovely Miss Candy Slater. Her friend, Mr. Rob from Ghost Gear, he had a question. He needed some assistance, and she thought of the network. She said, I think this could be a great fit. And she started that conversation between Rob, myself, and Rob. So, guys, get ready because it's the Robs and Sarah here today.
That's right. Two Robs, one Sarah.
That's right. Do
Sounds
ill.
good.
It probably won't be quite as exciting as that video, but
Probably not.
probably
I don't
not.
know
But
what you're
maybe.
talking about, by the way.
That's right. You have no clue. But this is so cool because, right, Candy knows this person, respects this person, loves a lot of his stuff, made the connection to us, and now we want to bring that connection right to you, the network. So this is what Get Haunted is, folks. This is people bringing people together because you might not have maybe known or had the opportunity, but now you're going to have the opportunity. So thank you, Candy, so much for making this connection. We're so giddy to introduce your friend, now our friend, to the network. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
We're
Let's
ready.
do this.
Let's do this. There he is. It's
Hey,
Rob
what's up, everybody?
from Ghost Gear. Let's be honest. This is such an important component to many of us because you're the equipment guy. You're him. You're the dude. And you could bring some realities to life for a lot of investigators out there. So this is such a great thing. First of all, we're so honored to be able to have you here and to introduce you to our network. But I have never, outside of Rob, the other Rob, my Rob, I've not really had that opportunity to talk to somebody that can make equipment. So it kind of feels like a little bit of a fangirl situation, right? Like, oh my God, there he is. He's an equipment guy. So welcome to
Thank
Get
you.
Haunted.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Let's see here. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing. Hey, you know what, Candy? Thank you.
Yeah.
It's so huge. Candy
Yeah.
just speaks so highly of you, Rob, and your equipment. And so, she really did. She was like, I think this is going to be an important meetup. And she got on it. I think we just met you Friday, and here it is Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No,
Cool.
Candy's great. She's been using my equipment from basically day one, back when I first started, and it was just beer money. And, I was reaching out to different groups to try out my stuff to see, if it would work for them. And surprisingly, most said no.
Hmm.
Candy was one of the only ones that, said yes. And she took a few of my devices, and we started a relationship that way, and testing out equipment and working out. Hey, Sandra, and working out the kinks, if you will, of some of the equipment, and making sure that it works. So that's one of the things. So what I do is a little different than a lot of the other builders out there. So a lot of the other builders, they kind of just build the same thing, right? They put a junior thermin inside a coffin box, and they mark it up $200 and sell it. What I do is I invent my own stuff from the ground up, completely new, completely unique. And that's what I put together, and I need people to test it, people that I trust. I know there's a lot of people who's going to reach out to me. I'll test your gear, I'll test it, and I appreciate that, but I like it to be people that I have open dialogue with, that I trust, that I know their investigative style,
Yeah.
and I know that they will get back to me with the information that I'm asking, because I do ask for a lot of information when you test my gear out. It's not just go run with it and tell me what you think. It's, test this part out, test
Hmm.
this, test these
Hmm.
other components out, and see how they work. So that's one of the things that sets Ghost Gear apart from a lot of the other builders out there.
Yeah, and that's critical. And I know your background, engineering background, and Rob and I got to chat a little bit last night. And that was sort of my job when I had my day job, was working with all the Japanese engineers for the company I worked for. And I would sort of reverse engineer competitive equipment that we would purchase. So understanding all the variables and all the things that may or may not influence a device or a component is super, super important to understanding really the reliability of these things. So it's good that you do that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of my devices get tested. Well, I'd say most of them get tested at least 12 months, if not
Oh
24
wow,
months, 2 years
that's
out.
huge.
You know, and that's sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I might shoot out a blurb, "Hey, this is coming,"
Yeah,
because I'm so excited, but I'm still actually testing it out. So
Yeah.
I got to stop doing that.
Well, I think what's really awesome about this opportunity, Rob, is that, especially like with something like the Get Haunted Network, you have such an amazing range of investigators from the curious, so people just starting out, right to amazingly seasoned investigators that have used everything and anything and have their own thoughts. And I think that is a really important component, because you don't want to leave out the newcomers. You want things to be easy and seamless for them, and you also want to challenge the seasoned investigators. So I do think it's important to kind of hit all aspects of the community.
Yeah, that's right, and I think we can all learn from one another too. That's why I like to. I do send out a lot of questionnaires, so this is not my first one. It probably won't be my last one. I do send out a lot of them to try and get feedback, um, and it's very valuable to me, because I do listen, and I do try to incorporate what the investigators and all of their different methods of investigating, and how they go about it. Right, I try to find those areas that I think I can improve for them. Um, and it's so I think Henry Ford said it best. If he would have asked, I'm probably misquoting this, if he would have asked his customers what they wanted, they would have said a faster and a six-legged horse, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And not necessarily the car. But by taking the customer feedback and understanding what they're really trying to do, that's where you come up with the new device, the car instead of the horse, right? They want to get there faster, they want to get there more reliable, right? So that's where the automobile came in
yeah,
versus just a stronger, faster horse.
yeah. That's a tremendous step toward giving people what they truly want and need in the field, right? And taking in the different investigative styles is also tremendously important. So you don't compartmentalize who you're creating your gear for. Um, However, sometimes specialty, little niche items are also very, very cool. What got you started?
Man, I started doing this. I just wanted a little extra beer money, you
Yeah,
know.
but what got you interested in the paranormal?
Oh, and the paranormal, that was, I grew up in Michigan. There was a house. So my dad bought this really small house. It was the house that was built when they were building out the entire area, right? So it was where a lot of
Mm,
construction workers would come and rest. It's kind of a hub for all of the other workers that eventually built the airport. So he bought that house. He got it cheap. And interestingly, when he got it, there were around 30 some dead cats down in the crawl space.
eh,
Oh.
So we lived there for a little while. I was little. I was probably around 6. Dad needed to expand the house, so he hired some contractors to come and put a second floor on the home. Right around that time is when we started experiencing a lot of strange things. So kind of fast forward that after they built it and we kind of settled into our rooms and what have you, the house proved to be very haunted, actually. And one thing I can say about hauntings is you don't have to go about it in the middle of the night.
right.
It happens in the middle of the day. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't care what time of day it is. And it waxes and wanes, right? So we would have crazy activity and then it would go away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
One of the crazier things that I witnessed was my so I'm really bad. Even now, when we don't really use cash money, I still have piles of change. How that works out, I have no idea. But when I was younger, I had a shelf and I had piles of change sitting on the shelf. And I had graduated high school, and my cousin, who's now passed away, she bought or made me a little sculpture, right? And it had a square base. So I was taking a nap. It was the middle of the day. It was a Saturday, nap in there. And I kept hearing this ching, ching, ching,
Mm.
right? And it was driving me crazy. It was like, water torture. So I got up to investigate where that was coming from. And I looked over and I saw change dropping off of my shelf onto the floor. So they were gathering on the floor. Well, I got up to look and see why they were falling off. And I promise you, I saw it with my own eyes. That thing was rotating. And as it was rotating, it was pushing that change off.
Oh.
Um, that little sculpture did not survive the night.
wow.
It, yeah, turned into little mini pieces. But that was one of the things. So my sister, it would show itself to her as a little boy with no legs. Uh, my dad, who doesn't believe in ghosts, and he will still tell you there's no such thing as ghosts, will then turn around and tell you that he saw ghosts. He saw, the crawlers in his bedroom.
Oh.
He
Wow.
would feel them get up on the bed with him. Um, a lot of times he thought it was my mom coming to bed, and he'd roll over, and there was no one there. Um, so that's and another thing, and this is why I think this thing, I hate to use the D word, but I think it was borderline that
Hmm.
was very crafty, very clever. Because I was in my early 20s and I was reading a lot of alien abduction, alien culture type books, right? So it showed itself to me as a gray alien.
Mm,
So I've seen it 3 times. Um, Once it was there. I woke up and I slowly opened my eyes and I saw it there, and it was looked like a gray alien floating, and it kind of had its head cocked and its eyes lightly closed as if it was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And then it opened up its eyes and saw that I could see it,
eeh,
and it straightened its head up and slid like it was on a wire straight across my room into the wall.
Oh.
And then and the other time I saw it was it came out of the same area of the wall. I wonder if that was a portal, but came out of the same area of that wall. But this time it looked more like a reptilian type alien. And it was interested in my ferrets. I had pet ferrets. And then it came over and leaned over the top of me. And then it stood straight up and the exact same thing, like it was on a wire, slid straight back into the wall. And my mom had opened the door to check on me to see if I was all right.
wow.
And then when she closed the door, it came back out of that wall again. So I wonder if that was a portal right there now that I think about it.
I have to ask, can you, I'm in Michigan. What part was
Oh,
this
that
in?
was Romulus, Michigan.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
right by the
right
airport.
right by the airport. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's actually right there, well, similar. There is the witch's grave right by and of course, I'm going to have word loss here. There's the lake that has the town that has been buried under the lake. You can't swim in this lake, but there was a town that got flooded out,
Was
and
it
it's right there.
in northern Michigan?
No, this is right by Romulus. It's
Oh,
do you happen? I don't know when the last time
oh, I've never
you
heard of
were.
that. I lived there my whole life. Never heard of that one.
Okay, I'm gonna get you that particular. I was just there a couple summers ago with my sister. We found the grave, and if you look just on the other side, there's this lake, and the town got flooded. So there's the town underneath it, and that's all in that area. And it is a it's an interesting area. But if you think about the whole history
Cool.
of the Metro Detroit area, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about some very interesting history, and probably does lend itself to many hauntings. So I kind of love the fact, Rob, that he's even bringing in that UFO.
Oh, yeah, it's really cool. I had to know. I love it.
Yeah,
Hey, Parasol, I'm here too. I mean, I don't know if you can see me.
they can see. Oh
Um,
my God, you get personal hellos all the time.
oh,
I
geez,
finally get one.
come on. I'm the only one that didn't get it. Um, so Andrew DeSanti, I don't know why I always do that. If you just bought it right now, then you're bringing that in February, so we can play with it as well. Thank you.
Is this a ghost gear piece of
Yeah,
equipment?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my newer devices. It's a music box. It uses Doppler radar to detect motion, and it plays music when it detects motions.
Do I
I've
need
also got
this?
the Piccolo EMF music box, which when it detects EMF, it plays music. That one has adjustable sensitivity and an adjustable volume, so
All
you
right,
can.
Rob, you're costing me money, dude. Stop it.
You're gonna
I
need
get to
this,
write
I
this
think.
stuff off. That's the good part. I get to write it off.
I think I need this. Jenny does love her piccolo. So I'm going to ask, since you brought up sort of your interest in the UFO area. Are you still interested
Oh,
in that
sorry.
as well? Like, are you interested in?
I am. I don't follow it as much as I
Mhm.
used to. I was very consumed by it. And so being away from it has really given me time to breathe a little bit because I mean, I was going to all the mutual UFO, the MUFON networks, all their gatherings, reading all the books, reading the studies. I was actually trying to become an investigator myself. And that's one thing I think the paranormal community can learn from MUFON is they do such a good job of interviewing and documenting everything
Mhm.
that I don't see that in the ghost hunting side of the paranormal umbrella, right?
Mhm.
They just kind of go in, throw out their REM pods, turn on their K2 meters, and
Mhm.
have at it, right? And the MUFON, they will go in and interview several different people. They will write down times as to when they saw this, what angle in the sky did they see it, that all that sort of stuff. And I would love to see, and I guess that's the engineer in me, but I would love to see more and better documentation.
Well, who you need to link up with is Justin Bramford. I had him
Okay.
on Paranormally Blonde, and now I don't know how well and how many people do come to him, but he strictly takes down every experience somebody has to see the sort of the commonality, and it could be.
Right.
He really encourages people, even that if you don't think it's of the normal paranormal sort of situation, right? But he might also be a good person to sort of connect with, to understand what are the experiences people are having, and what kind of equipment could help aid in
Right.
capturing some of that unique experiencers, you know.
Because there's a lot of, I mean, we're heavy in the ghost hunting side of the paranormal umbrella. We're heavy in PIR sensor stuff. We're heavy with the REM pod clones
Mhm.
out there,
Mhm.
right? But there are other sensors out there that we could be using to detect anomalies in the atmosphere. I'm not saying we can actually detect a ghost, right? We can detect the anomalies that they cause. And then we can look at those anomalies and draw correlations, between this completely separate location had an event and this other location had an event. And then we can start looking and say, wow, these are really they're not similar on the surface, but when you dig into it, they are similar.
Right.
Where has he been all our life, Rob?
I don't know.
Hiding in my
It's
basement.
pretty damn cool.
Yeah, this I do, I love this. So and I think I know the answer to this, Rob, but is it beneficial for you, to come on these events to sort of to meet the investigators out there, to see the personalities, to see the investigation styles, to sort of
It
get
is,
that, yeah, like hands on, like, okay, this is what I'm seeing there's a need for.
but I would like to differentiate between the public events are great for people that aren't doing it every weekend to get out and go and investigate. But they're bad for someone like me who's trying to collect data from people generally, right?
Okay.
So I want to see how they investigate and what have you. So I don't get a lot of value from the public events, watching,
Okay.
people just kind of run around and do their own thing, taking selfies, Snapchat and Instagram and.
Oh,
Uh,
so many blanket statements here, Rob. We're
Uh-oh.
gonna have to have
These are of Rob of Ghost Gear. These do not fall on the opinions of Get On It.
so,
so sorry. I would like to go out just with individual groups though, and
Okay.
watch those groups and see how that, they investigate and where there may be gaps to fill or ideas that get generated. I am a idea generator that I have been my whole, everybody's blessed with certain talents. Mine has been to solve problems. And I used to work for Cummins, a diesel engine company, and I was a field engineer. And if you don't know what a field engineer is, you're kind of Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? You're the last hope. So they send out the field engineer when nobody else can fix it or find out what's wrong with it. And you get all of the company's backing to think outside the box to fix the problem, right? So that's what I got to do for a long time, and I loved it. So I also, I mean, just in my everyday life, I look at ways to solve problems. So when I go out with these groups, and even though they might be thinking linearly, right, I'm thinking more at exponential rate. And so they may say, well, so one that I do get a lot, and Candy, you answered my survey and said this as well: the battery drainage. Right. So batteries don't last that long. Can you solve that problem? Well, aside from starting my own battery company, being like Elon Musk and starting my own battery company, the one thing that you can look into is the quality of that device that you're using. Because a lot of these builders that sell stuff on Etsy and Facebook, and they're just cobbled together. I'm looking around. I'm surrounded by circuit boards, cobbled together expansion boards, and they shove them all down inside this box and hope you never open it, because if you do, the cat's out of the bag and you'll never get it closed again.
oh, tell me about it. Oh,
Um, they're inefficient, not because each one of them itself is bad, but the sum of all of them is inefficient because each one of them is going to have a linear regulator on it. Okay. Linear regulators are not that good for battery efficiency. So you've got 6 components in there, and now you've got 6 linear regulators in there all sucking the battery dry when
right.
you really only need one, right? So when I design a circuit board, trying to find a good one. So when I design a circuit board, here's one of them. This is the soon-to-be talkie Epic box. It's only got one regulator, and we design it for battery efficiency. So that's one thing that, those cobbled together devices that, they can't do that. They can't say that because, and I'll be honest with you, the person that probably put it together knows nothing about electronics. They just found the schematic on Google and they followed it, slapped it together, the lights turn on, they sell it to you for $100 and hope for the best.
I hear you.
Now that I'm off my soapbox, I'll allow you guys to.
No, it's all good. But yeah, but listen, and I get what you're saying about the public events thing, but I do think that also introduces opportunity, right? Where perhaps there is something, unique that can come from understanding a situation where we do have 10 people that may not be highly disciplined in being quiet for 5 minutes. I believe if you look hard enough, you can do that too. But with some, and I get it, with some event companies, it can be tough. Gina kind of chimed in there on our events. The first half of the night for sure, we are very, very regimented in it, and we get some pretty cool people on our events, and we get them to investigate in a manner that would allow for it for that kind of thing, for actual solid, testing of equipment. But I think always, like you said, smaller, controlled, more controlled scenarios will give you some really, really cool results. But at the same time, I think it would be great to be able to design something that sort of eliminates the contamination piece of the potential contamination piece from humans at least.
Right.
Yeah, Ghost Gear products, guys. So your products have been out with Project Fear. I know Nick Groff did a whole video on your stuff, and you are going to be at
Yep.
Penhurst, and
Yep.
I believe we are too. I still haven't got my contract. I've been told we're there, but you can't miss us. So we're going to have to hang out here in
Yeah,
PA
definitely.
when you get your butt out
Absolutely.
here.
Oh, I already see a lot of our crew is like going headed to Ghost Gear. So
I'm going to
you're
crash
gonna.
my website.
Yeah.
That's a high
Like
class problem. That's all right.
I got a whole rant on websites later, but one thing I like, after, that was a great segue into this. If you go on Rob's Facebook page, he talks about the pros and cons of different sensors, and he shows you how to DIY. I guess that what's that Arduino Nano
Oh,
board?
just yeah, it's a little nano board
Yeah.
there.
So
Hook up a PIR sensor to it and
yeah,
make
that's
it.
just a little motion sensor hooked up to a Nano, and he kind of takes you through how to do that stuff, which is fun, right? So that's your kind of can be your first foray into building your own stuff if you want to go down that route. Route. What am I, Canadian? What's happening?
And some of that
Uh,
stuff you could build a small army for just a few bucks
oh
because it's
yeah,
not
I
terribly
think
expensive.
yeah, Nanos on Amazon are like $4 now,
Yeah.
$5. I don't know, whatever they are. I think the sensors are more expensive than the damn boards themselves. But understanding the pros and cons, like EMF detection, how it outshines motion sensor, it's a huge piece of information that not a lot of people, especially equipment builders, will share. So I applaud everything you're doing on your pages and on your website. I think it's
Oh,
really,
thank you.
really freaking cool. But I think the crux of why we're here boils down to this, and I know Sarah put this out on the pages. Um, so what's your goal? What's your intent with the questionnaire, Rob?
Right. So my goal with this questionnaire is to just find out. So it's not specific, other than it relates to equipment. What kind of problem are you having with equipment? And I'm not looking for you to bash on something. I'm saying, well, this thing is garbage. I don't like it. Make it better. I just say, like you may say, well, one of the ones I'm actually seeing a lot of is the batteries, right? You may say, my problem with equipment is the batteries don't last that long. And what have I tried to fix it? Well, I just replaced the batteries, right? Or maybe another one that I've got is around the EDI plus, the data logger, right? So their complaint there is that it doesn't log date and time. And I would agree that that's a terrible data logger that doesn't log date and time.
Right.
But so that's the kind of feedback that I'm looking for, and maybe something outside the box that you come up with. And what I'm going to do later is I'll add a comment section so you can just free form write whatever you like in there.
Yeah. So I know Sarah filled this out. I filled it out. If you're watching and you haven't, you're going to be in trouble. If I
And
ever,
I'll put out another post today after the show. Now that we've got live action Rob here with us talking about it from Ghost Gear, you might have missed that post and you might have thought it wasn't important, but this is what I want you guys to understand. This is important to Rob and myself. Is getting your voices heard, and that is also important to Rob of Ghost Gear. This is such a beautiful sort of, once again, universe has stepped in. Rob, this is really
yeah.
hard, Rob and Rob, just so you know. But this is what this all comes down to. This falls right in line with our mission. It's getting your voices heard, wanting to know what the community wants, what it needs, what it's looking for. And here you have an equipment maker that wants to hear your voice. So I will put out another post with the link when you see it. Please share it out as far and wide because he wants to hear from each and every one of you. So answer those questions, follow his pages, look at his website. When he makes a call out to you, use your voice.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
easy. It's
listen.
only 4 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
My hand
and
on
which I
everything.
think isn't enough, but that's on. You're going to add that other comment section.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but how often does a manufacturer reach out? Not often, right? I don't use an iPhone, but when's the last time Android or iPhone or Samsung ever reached out to any of you and been like, "Hey, what do you want to see in your next iPhone?" They get it, but they don't do it this way, right? And
Yeah.
it's this to me is a huge opportunity for the paranormal community to have a voice in the equipment that they get to use, which at least at our events, that's why a lot of people come. They come in, they see that table full of equipment, they're like, "Holy shit, I get to do and use this stuff! Oh my god!" So, have a voice in it, guys. Like, take the five
Yeah.
minutes to fill this thing out because who knows what I've already been bugging Rob for some things I want to see. Um, who knows, right? You might finally get that one piece of gear that
Yeah.
is your go-to every time. You don't have to lug around
You
600
make
items.
you like make a good point, right, Rob? Like when was the last time somebody asked you what it is you needed? And we're sort of told what we need. And sometimes I think I'm not gonna name names. We're not gonna talk about specific brands or pieces of equipment, but the Robs and I were talking about some, and I'll be honest, I am that person. I like to have some of that stuff. Just, you get excited, you get geeked out, and two people say they love it and you're like, "Oh my god, I got to have that too." And when you get it, what you realize is it falls short in a lot of areas. So I love, once again, Rob of Ghost Gear is not telling you what you need. He wants to hear what you would like to see out there. So use your brains. Let's start talking about this stuff. Let's come up together and let's lift Ghost Gear here and equipment to the community. I'm so geeked about this. This is
Yeah.
super exciting.
My number one request will be a cat ball finder and tracker. I leave my cat balls everywhere.
Just slap one of those little
Air
Air
tags.
air
tags.
tags on it. There you go. Yeah.
Well, then I'd have to use an Apple product, which I don't do. So,
Okay, easy.
all
They're
right.
just not that bad.
They're terrible. Yeah, so please to help Rob out, get your voices out there. Sarah's gonna redo the post. It's a Google Doc. I believe it's a doc, right? It's a form.
Yes.
It literally took me just a couple minutes. I probably went on a little too long in certain areas. But fill it out and get your voices heard. Like, some amazing things can come from this.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Thank you, Gene.
that's just it, right? Like you might be the catalyst. You might be that inspiration to Rob of Ghost Gear to be like, "You know what? This is what I see that needs to be created." And that's so amazing. This is the community, folks. This is the network. This is how it works. You think this is so simple, and I think sometimes it gets lost, but this is what it means to network right here.
Yeah. Thank you. I love you guys' show. I love that you let me come on here for a little bit and talk about it. And I'm really looking forward to the feedback. That's going to be fantastic.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Somebody already bought a shirt off your
Oh,
website
good.
too.
Danny. There you go. You sold the shirt.
You sold the shirt.
Yeah, listen, any piece of equipment can be used improperly, right? Cat balls can be flaky too. The DR60 gets, shit reviews, amazing reviews. It's got to be used properly. Again, why I go back to your page and what you show and teach people is it truly is remarkable to me. I love seeing, open and honest information being shared about different pieces of equipment and sensors. It's just cool. But I'm a little bit of a dork when it comes to electronics, but
A little.
I just think that's really, really cool.
Do you see Stacy? So Stacy is our resident, just so you know, Rob of Ghost Gear.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to call you. I don't know, Rob G. Like what I gotta call
You,
him. So I'm
you
gonna
can
have.
switch me to Robert today. That's
I
fine.
know,
Rob one and
right?
Rob two.
That's right. So Stacy is our resident spiritual warfare advisor. He is so knowledgeable in so many areas. He is. I don't want to say it wrong. A Mayambe priest.
Paulo Mayombe.
Yes, and he is also an expert remote viewer. You would probably love to pick his brain a little bit. He's so knowledgeable, and of course, he comes out with this question. And I don't know if that's something you can answer.
Oh, the common hertz.
Yeah.
So we know there's a certain frequency bandwidth for human speech. All right, so we know what that is. So what we could do is just filter that frequency out if you wanted to. But see, then we don't know if the spirit frequency, what that
That's
is, right?
right.
So then we might be filtering out the spirit frequency. So that's the frequency we really want to hone in on, is the spirit frequency. And that's where, a collective of a whole bunch of EVPs would come in handy, right? Where we could study those and, get that frequency down. And then we could filter out everything else but that frequency.
Did we
So
just
that
have
we
this
have-
conversation yesterday, Rob?
Yesterday, this conversation happened. Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk.
Oh yeah, we lots. See, this is how the magic works. So it looks like people are headed to your website, and it looks like some people have maybe made some decisions on some of the equipment.
Yeah, it's great. I'm getting all kinds of notifications on my phone. So
There
it's
you
over
go.
here buzzing like crazy.
Hey,
I
people,
love
come buy some tickets to events too, because you're gonna need to go somewhere to use this.
That's right. You're going to need to
Right.
use this equipment. So don't forget about Get Haunted. Rob, thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time. And honestly, as you can see, the network eats this up. So please, 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 please make yourself known on the Get Haunted public network page. And I will push out your website. I will push out your Facebook page and this questionnaire. So welcome to the network.
Thank
And
you.
we hope to have a beautiful relationship here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited, and yes, and Courtney Peterson's here on the side. You want to talk about someone that can share?
Oh gosh,
Yeah, your info is going to be out there. It's going to hit all the big forums. Courtney's amazing. Gina's going to share it on her. So yeah, Rob, hopefully keep us posted. That as responses grow, hopefully.
Yes,
But
definitely.
we got a whole side chat going. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it. So you get back to work, and we're gonna do our thing, and we look forward to speaking to you super soon.
All right, folks. Appreciate it.
Awesome, thanks,
Thank you,
Rob.
Rob. Take care, man.
I love this. This is so amazing, right?
So
Like this
cool.
is yeah, this is great, and you can see it is, watching the community on the side. Like this is it. This is what they're eating it up. And so I just think that my first post might have fallen a little flat. I don't think they understood exactly what was behind that. But now you see the man behind it and the opportunity
Yeah.
behind it. So let's get those questionnaires filled out after show. I will make sure to post that up for you guys one more time.
Yeah, that's always, meeting the faces behind these things.
Yeah.
It's always, what's one of the things I love about Paracons.
Yeah.
You get to meet the makers and the inventors and the production people behind all these different things. And it makes a difference. It breathes some life and personality into what could just be viewed as a plastic box with electronics inside of it. So, and Rob's a cool dude. So I was really, that was really, really fun.
Couldn't be kinder. Such an easy get to know. So once again, Candy, thank you so much for bringing that piece to us, for making that connection. Again, I just want to put it out there for those that I know, well, sometimes those people that have the crap things to say watch, but just if you are watching, this is who you're sort of cutting down. This is the network. The network is everybody on the side. It is the paranormal community, and this is what they do. They help make those connections. They bridge those people together so we can make a more fully experienced experience, right? Like this is amazing. So I'm going to be going to the website to look at some of this.
Oh, I know.
Right?
I know. Just let me know, because then we use the corporate card, and then it's a tax write-off.
I think like everybody keeps talking about the piccolo. Like and you know, I was telling Rob of Ghost Gear, like I love music boxes. It is my new obsession. So he was talking about a couple of the music box situations and it's like, what, where have I even been? So I'm kind of geeked about this. So super excited. Rob, Ghost Gear Tech, go check it out. And I will make sure you guys have all the important links following the show. Rob, what is next on our agenda for the day?
Let's see. Well, let's go here. Let's go to Rob. Rob's big apology to my best friend in the world. So, you know, I thought it would be a great idea because I literally just got another notification of another shithead. Hey, PDX. I thought it'd be a great idea to try to drive some paranormally blonde sub by running an ad of my best friend, and I clearly created some sort of nuclear meltdown in the community.
Yeah.
Well, not in our community, in other communities. So I ran, and I'm sorry, I ran a nationwide ad. My best friend, right there, basically saying, "Hey, come check out this show and give it a like and a sub." And there was a cool little, I got a little help from AI and a description of the show. And there were some keywords in there that clearly put
Yeah.
us in the wrong demographic.
I have a whole new list of things I can put on my resume now because of this ad.
Yeah, you do. So lo and behold, there were some people that were very, very religious, apparently, that, well, Sarah's now, she's a witch.
I'm a witch.
So I photoshopped her into this one. It's a Photoshop job, guys. It's not a
Well,
real
that's not
picture.
my hand. That's not my hand.
No, no. Hers are much nicer. Um, you're a demon lover.
I'm a
And
demon lover,
yep, you're a Satanist.
a
Um,
Satanist.
yeah. Well, we know this one's true. This is a true one. You are in charge of a cult.
Yeah, cult leader.
Yes.
I think I was called a con artist and a fraud.
Oh yeah, you were a con. Oh, that's what we just got to, a scammer or scam.
Yeah.
So yeah, me trying to help my bestie kind of blew up in my face. But I was hit with a lot of scripture on this one, and then I was going back with scripture, and these people really get upset when you hand them back what they. Oh, Stacy, wait, I'm doing an ad on you. They'll come for you with pitchforks, my friend. But yeah, this was a little bit surprising to me. I believe the keyword that should not have been used in this ad, and Facebook helped me out with, by the way, was spiritualism.
Yeah.
Now, anybody that knows Sarah, Paranormally Blonde, or Get Haunted knows that there's no look. We work with and love Nesper. We work with and love people that have no like. I just don't understand where this from
Yeah.
a photo came from, and from a very simple ad that was like, "Hey, we just want to hear everybody's voice."
Oh yeah, it says nothing about my belief system. It says
No,
nothing about what I do, what I don't do. It truly was all about all of you and making sure that the platform was there to hear all voices in the paranormal. The only one that I will say, and Rob of course left this one up, is that somebody likes attractive psychic. So I'm also
yes,
a psychic now, folks.
another guy that clearly cannot read, right? So it was like, wow. Yeah, we did. We got one sub out of this and a lot of hate mail and a lot of shitty comments, which I have screenshotted and saved. Um, the interesting part to me is most of these people had their stuff so on lockdown that they
Yeah.
couldn't even get to them. I did troll a few back. I might have bought back a little bit. But listen, Sarah's not a real witch.
First, this here's the thing, and to all of you who participate and practice and embody the Wiccan or witch culture, you know, I know this much about any of that. Nothing. I want to lift your voices. You know, I do not lay claims to being psychic, medium, or otherwise.
No.
I don't use the demon word. There is so much here that it's a rather interesting, it's a visceral reaction people get. That picture, like, it's my
Uh,
good haunted hat. Like, how is that even, what is that suggesting?
yeah, no, we got hit with scripture and photos, and I mean, just some of the most amazing comments I've ever seen. Part of me feels bad, part of me finds it funny, and part of me is a little annoyed. I think that ad, we reached about 6,000 people, and I spent probably about $70 just for one subscriber and a bunch of angry
Yeah.
religious zealots.
Yeah. But I kind of feel like I've made, hey,
Hey, Mike,
Danger. I kind of feel like I've made it. Like, I feel like I've made it. Like,
oh, you made it.
I am now a witch. I am a Satanist. I am a psychic. I'm all these things that
Yeah.
I never have once in my 25 plus years have ever laid claim to.
Yeah, I mean, literally, this is on a screen at the Vatican right now. Like they are coming for you,
They're coming for
Sarah.
me.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking for a new business partner once Sarah's
Dee Dee's
extradited.
like, phew, Dee Dee's like, I'm glad I separated from that.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. So yeah, but it is prompting me to want to have a show to discuss this a little bit because there's really you're not when you come after us or me or her with scripture that I can just throw right back at you.
Yeah.
We have a problem here. So I just, yeah, Dee Dee dodged that one. I just don't understand it. So it was a pretty visceral reaction. And if you go look, there's a lot of angry faces and a lot of laughy faces. And all those people, you can't go to their profiles because they're dick. There was one that I know who that one is.
But did they
That's
see my Siegfried and Roy? Like, I should be getting crucified. There are things I should probably be crucified for. And it's just not the things they're bringing up.
Oh, okay. So do no harm, take no shit. Oh, okay. Well, now I don't know what triggered them, Stacy. I don't even know how we ended up on their desktops. I can only assume it's the spiritualism thing. So whatever.
Yeah,
Do
I
no
mean,
harm.
look, I will be honest, you know, Rob has I think I've been sheltered from this. I didn't know any of this was happening. He would throw me a screenshot and say, "This is what's being said." I didn't know. Hey, Trev. So it's kind of a funny thing, but it comes with the territory. But what I do love about this is it is a conversation that needs to be had, and I think if we bring together the community and all sides, all voices of this, you know, it's an important topic, and that is, you know, let's be honest, we judge what we don't know, and clearly, look, none of this hurts me. None of these people know me. And Rob's like, hey, do you want me to take this down? And it's like, look, none of these people know me. Not one. So it doesn't hurt, but it does raise the question. You know, we truly judge what we don't know, and we judge what we're scared of, and we also judge things that will maybe rock our own faith and beliefs.
Well, that's what I feel, it is a big part of some of this. It does make me look, most of these were from the South. Makes me a little a little worried to ever want to venture south a little further than for me, West Virginia. I guess that's South. I don't know. But most of them were folks from the South, and I get it, right? I understand. But holy cow. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So it did It did. It bothers me a little when I put somebody in a position that didn't mean to put them into. I thought I was helping. So all y'all go create just some fake email accounts and sub to Paranormally Blonde. So I feel like I got my $70 worth out of this, right? I got her up
That's
to
right.
688.
You know
Um,
what do they say? All right, bad attention is still attention. So
yeah. I just don't. I looked at some of these profiles and I don't want their attention. They were kind of scaring me. Um, Yeah, I did it when I was sick. I was laying around. And I'm like, let me run an ad for try to boost Paranormal Blonde a little bit. So, yeah, and then Facebook, we're gonna have a talk because your Advantage Plus / creative
yeah,
suggestions. No thanks.
yeah,
And then on top of that, can I add
yeah,
one more thing, my
yeah.
friend?
Absolutely, please do.
Xfinity Comcast users, I feel for you. This has been an ongoing problem now for several months. Finally, I got a message in last night from yet another person that couldn't get to our website.
Hmm.
And it did. It kept me up all night because I'm like, I've done everything I can possibly do, I thought. So then did some digging, went online, back into the Xfinity. Jenny, you might be able to now or by tomorrow. Went back into the Xfinity forums, finally got a hold of somebody today. And basically, Xfinity's answer to me was, well, just tell all of your customers to turn their modems off. Like, what? Like, is this really an answer?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm like, they're like, no, it's a hardware thing. I'm like, no. I was like, there's a list somewhere where this website's blacklisted. And they're like, no. They're like, it's your. So they wanted to send me a modem. I'm like, I don't even have your service. I have a website, and a lot of my customers have Xfinity, and they
yeah,
cannot get to my website anymore, and we don't know why. Um, so after hours and hours of being on the phone with Xfinity and messages, they're zero help. Like they couldn't help. So I was like, let me go back to GoDaddy. I went back to our host, right? And I finally got somebody that was in Iowa. And it
yay,
was,
Iowa.
he's like, dude, I know what you're talking about. I'm like, are you shitting me? He's like, yeah, for real. He's like, I know this has been a big problem. It's been like a problem for about 4 years that I can tell, not just for us, but for a lot of businesses. Um, so what we had to do was cost me some money, right? But to triple ensure that everything's good. Get
Hmm.
Haunted's now behind a different firewall. We are
Hmm.
now have our IP address republished. Sarah and I can confirm that now when we go to the website, A, it's faster, and B, um, we're back to getting the
Death
pop
moth.
up for the mailing form for the to sign up for the mailing list. So it looks like the IP address refresh and the firewall is in place now. It's just got to be republished. So yeah, Jenny, if you can check again, Trevor, when you get a chance, check today, tomorrow. Make sure you refresh. I want to know this is solved. It cost me about $400 today, um, but I think it's worth it. So yeah, Xfinity, probably some of the worst customer service
Oh
I
gosh, yeah,
personally have ever experienced.
yeah.
Um, Mike, be the next step, Mike. So it's just been a shit show, and then WP Force SSL was also creating a separate issue. Mike, we'll talk later, Mike. But yeah, so yeah, good times.
Yeah, but it is running really well, and as you said, it almost pops up as a whole new website. So if and they did say it takes 24 hours. That was just this morning. So Trev and Jenny, if for some reason give it till tomorrow, but do check. It seems to be good for Rob and I. I am on Xfinity and I was not having issues.
Yeah, I think it's where their servers are, right?
Okay.
Mike, please don't say that. Oh, all right, I'm going to call him after. I hope he's joking.
I don't think he is.
What
Oh,
is he?
he
He's an
is.
ass. This is Mike Castro, Ghosted Magazine. Not only writes amazing articles and has a beautiful magazine in which Rob and Sara are part of, right? We're in it. Where's my picture? Well, my
Oh,
picture's smaller than Sarah's, which I kind of I'm going to request a reprint.
no. It's exactly
Um,
the way it should be.
okay, but he not only is he do all these amazing things, he's a comedian,
He's a very
really
funny
funny
boy.
guy.
He's a funny boy. He is.
All right, well,
Yeah, good. So nobody's having problems. Rachel's good.
seriously hate Xfinity. They literally, she said, well, just tell everybody to just turn advanced security off. I'm like, okay, but I don't know who they are. And if they can't get to my website
Yeah,
and they just abandon it, and how do I know? Like,
that's
unless
right.
somebody writes me, they're like, yeah. They're like, well,
Yeah.
we'll send you a new modem. I'm like,
I want to state this for the record because I will confirm and validate their customer service on the phone is some of the most horrid and non-productive customer service on the planet. What
look,
I will say, when you go to a storefront, when you go to a storefront and you work with somebody that's at the storefront, they will also tell you their customer service on the phone is some of the worst, and always to come to the store. I know that's not necessarily an option for you, but that they can help you. They are much more knowledgeable at the store than they are on the phone. So just to
yeah, they
put
don't
that out
want me
there.
at their storefront.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted me there this morning. Yeah, it's fucking brutal. It was just hard. So yes, you keep me posted. Anybody that has Xfinity files, just give it a check, right? And I'll give you a big old, I spent a lot of time on these fun little banners for everybody. And yes, they'll be longer next time. We got Joby. I'll get everybody in there. This is
Hey,
not
Joe.
easy work, people.
No.
But no, instead of creating more beautiful things from our friends, I'm on the phone with these people
These people.
from this lame ass company that could not, like, I just couldn't believe it. So anyway, to my friend Michael at GoDaddy, thank you, sir. I hope you
Yeah.
stay warm in Iowa. He said, I told him I loved him, and he's like, you're not gonna love me in a minute. He told me how much this new firewall was gonna cost, but to me, it's a 2-year commitment, and
Yeah.
it pays for itself over time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and to anybody that wants to drag me off to church, you know where I live. Come find me.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't make me want to run to church. I know that.
Well, that's the part I don't get. I'm like, okay, so you want us all to be that, but you're gonna attack us? Like, it's just not how it works.
Yeah. Steve.
Who's getting the zip? Let's see. Down south, we have Cox Cable. Uh, they're not called Cox for nothing.
That's right. That's
Well,
right. Yeah, so, you guys know what Paranormally Blonde is all about, and it's not about anything in particular except each and every one of your voices. And we're excited. Next Monday, you're going to see Forgotten Exploration right there, Jacob and Austin with me talking about some new cool things happening. So you're going to want to join next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I am I'm just so grateful and so excited about Rob of Ghost Gear. And I
oh yeah,
can't wait to check out the website, but I love, this is the part of the paranormal that often gets buried by the less important stuff. But this is the important stuff, and I don't know. It makes me super excited to be able to share
yeah,
this with the community.
yeah, and his vision and his methodology here is similar to what we want, right? And hope for the community is to hear from them and build around what is needed and not try to force feed things. So he's really, really nice guy. And I know he's
So
busy. He was
nice.
hanging out in the back. We probably should have told him we were going to ramble for a while.
I
And he
know.
was probably also like, are these people fucking crazy? I'm hanging out with Satanists and
That's
cult
right. He's
leaders.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I might have made a mistake here. Um, yeah, not how to
Yeah.
act when you're hanging out with new people, but
Yeah. No, listen, he might as well know up front what he's
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
into.
Look, we should come with a warning label.
Yeah, but I think Candy will she'll smooth it over for us. She'll be like, no, they're decent. We're good. We're
And start.
good.
I want to start banning people, friends of ours, with these zip up hoodies. They're coming. Okay, Danny had to remind. Danny lives here. I was like, when can I get my? Oh, like Danny.
We still don't have
Oh,
our sweatpants. We got to get our sweatpants
yeah.
on.
Okay. All right. Why don't we sell some tickets? Why don't you get busy and get selling them sold?
Yeah, well, and you're going to see some posts coming out. We do have a couple amazing locations coming up. Hey, folks, New Egypt Historical Museum, New Egypt, New Jersey, January 27th with Get Haunted. We need the lucky seven.
Yeah,
There's
we need a few
seven
more.
tickets left. We got 7 tickets left. We need the lucky seven to show up to make this event an amazing event.
And you get to meet Mike Castro,
And
the
you,
the
you
dude, one half of this magazine will be there. He'll be there.
I kind of love now that I get to do what you do. I keep it right by
No,
my.
like I no longer feel special.
So there's that.
It was cool when Rachel did it at the same time too. We didn't even
Yeah,
plan that. That was
we
pretty.
didn't. We didn't. But yes, I honestly, we love you, Candy.
Who's she talking about?
In all honesty, they're the best.
Oh,
Love them both.
she's talking about you.
She's talking about us.
All
She's talking
right.
about us. We are pimping you out. Pimping you out.
Oh, you pimp.
You're
You'll be
pimped.
there. You will be there, and you will shake hands and kiss babies. with
That's
me.
right. That's right. But this is going to be an amazing event. These events we don't normally start in January, folks. And these are locations that you want to get in. And I think there's something so intriguing about wintertime, that quiet eeriness of the outside and then being in a haunted location. I love it. So don't miss it. You're going to want to get your tickets. So I will put that link up for you. Go check out gethaunted.com. Go grab your tickets for that event. We have one room left of the Making Sense of Your Senses, February 24th at Cashtown Inn. Guys, again, another amazing opportunity. Come work with the paranormal community. It is a very unique and intimate situation where you're going to discover and use your own magic, and you're going to be right there doing it with your paranormal peers right there at Cashtown.
Take no shit on the butt. Probably not the best placement for marketing ideas.
Stacy, we love you though.
Yes, Jenny, we're making our way out there. I don't do the Midwest in the winter. Sorry, it's just not.
It's hard.
It's hard. Rob
Yeah.
is teaching me to. Yes, listen, that's what I do. I teach people patience.
Oh, is that what you do?
Shut it.
That's what you do. Yeah. See, right, Dee Dee? It's true. There's something about that snow on the ground. The air is different. The
Yeah,
atmosphere is different.
everything's
It's
different.
just different. So,
You
yeah,
can hear the whispers within.
you can. That's the best time to hear those whispers
Hear
with
them
him.
talking
Yeah,
to
you
you.
can. So yes, so that we've got some good things coming. The season is in gear, and we are moving forward. Send those pictures in to be a part of the 2024 Get Hunted promotion, because you know what? You are Get Hunted, and we want to share your beautiful spirits and faces out there with the rest of the paranormal community. What was that? Is that a joint?
Oh, it was I don't know, it's something Danny left for the Nganga.
Oh,
But it looked like a joint. I'm like, I don't do that.
yeah.
Yeah, get there.
Get there. Get those pictures in by the 22nd.
Thank
Once
you.
the 22nd goes, there is
Yeah, I got it because I gotta finish the main video, and this will be kind of a tag on piece to it, right? Where we have some cool things lined up for you. But I got a lot of them. I did not reply to them all. Stacy the Nganga is right now he's in a little bit of disarray. He's not broken, but he's near his thing. I saw Danny left him some chocolate.
he's
So
got his hand on a piece of chocolate.
yeah, she
I
put
love
his
that.
little piece of chocolate. So he's hanging out right now. I'll get to him tonight. I was not feeling well.
Probably why.
Huh?
He probably hit you right in the gut when all this
It
happened.
could have been him.
Yeah.
22nd of which month?
This month, D Hoot has to be
What's
of
she talking
January.
about?
I
Yeah,
said
this
it has to be in by the 22nd of
This month.
January. Yep. There's a post out there. So get those pictures in. Go check out Ghost Gear. We'll put those up, all the links up there for you to check out.
Yep.
Don't
Check them. They're
don't
dope
move.
and fly.
They're dope and fly. She said, "Don't move
It's
that chocolate."
ghostgeartech.com. Ghostgeartech.com.
There you go. And what else? And so just remember, folks, the network is working. You just witnessed that today. Keep that in mind. Each and every one of you are keeping these things rolling. You guys are amazing. So continue to be kind to each other out there. Continue to encourage, motivate, and inspire each other out there, because that's what this is all about, folks. We've got some amazing things in the works. As you know, in March, you will see Get Haunted with Nesper. Don't fret, because you'll see more of the Nesper Get Haunted tour happening. And also we're working on another little surprise for you, and this one kind of hits all corners of the paranormal. But
No,
it
go ahead.
does.
You can say it.
Okay, it hits all corners of the paranormal, and we were working on another project that was going to bring you together, and that kind of shit the bed, and that's okay, because you know what? It made way for something even more incredible for you guys to be hands-on, boots on the ground, and discovering new aspects to the paranormal you may not have realized. We're right there waiting for you.
That was a good shit the bed.
It was a good shit the bed. Sometimes that
Yeah,
has to
like-
happen.
Sometimes you just gotta shit the bed, and then you're like, that was probably the worst shit ever.
But it's
But it was
so
so good.
freeing. Yeah, it's so liberating. So that's what's happening here, folk. One door closes, another door opens, and the perfect door just opened for each and every one of you. So keep your eyes open. That's going to be happening late May. Also, keep your eyes open for the East Coast Para Expo. It is on the move, and it is happening late spring. We are fingers crossed. We've got a couple things brewing there. And that is all about each and every one of you. Again, networking in the flesh, in person, working together, helping lift each other, helping each other work through some struggles and challenges. That's what the East Coast Para Expo is. So check that out. God, we just have it's just already an amazing year. We have some amazing people that have stepped up, and that is because of each and every one of you. So thank you, because you know what that means. We see you, we appreciate you, and we freaking love you. We just love you so much.
Richie shows up an hour and 13 minutes late and wants to recap.
You know
No.
what you missed? You missed amazing things.
You missed
Richie.
everything. We interviewed the actual real Bigfoot
Bigfoot came. Bigfoot came. Hey.
live.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, the real McCoy.
Yeah.
Are you a McCoy? If you are, we know a Hatfield.
We know a Hatfield.
Oh, April 3rd. This is going to launch today. We'll be at the old hospital in College Hill, April 13th. It's launching today.
We appreciate that, Karen. You're going to want to, because there's some good stuff in there. Richie, there's some good. His kids keep fluctuating. Do you notice that?
He's got. Wait, I don't know. I'm not even. Yeah, I'm just going to stop before I get myself in trouble.
Richie's got so many kids out there. But seriously, you're going to want to watch it, Richie, because it's good information. So go check this out. If you guys missed Richie, Banter with Richie B, he had some interesting guests on last night. He does run 7 p.m. Eastern time. Banter with Richie B. He had some good shit on there about some evidence of Bigfoot. You're going to want to check it.
All I saw was the word siblings, and I know it was Richie.
Yeah, he loves his siblings.
He loves siblings.
He loves a good sibling. He does. He really does. And also, Richie, you're going to want to keep your eyes open for what we just sort of announced and what we're working with, because you could be a very intricate piece to that particular event. So I don't want to hold it in anymore, because there's so many.
Just like a couple more days. Just stop.
I know, but it's so freaking cool. So cool.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, we love that. Thank you, Karen, and welcome. Everybody say hi to Karen, the real McCoy.
Everyone say hello to Karen.
Say hello and give her some serious love,
Give her
because
love.
that's what you guys do best. That's what they do best.
Karen, do me a huge favor and go over to Paranormally Blonde and sub there too, because I spent $70 and all I got was crazy people. Unless
know.
you're one of them, and yeah, that's how you found us. I don't know. But either way, we love you and
That's right.
welcome to the insanity.
Welcome. Oh,
To
look
the
at,
fray.
see, they're so
Look at them.
amazing. Look at them all just coming in. That's what this is all about. This is the community. Welcome to the network. Welcome to the
Yeah.
community. We are so glad you're here because you
It's
are
such a
why
good
we are
cult.
here. It is such a good call. You guys are doing a great
You're a
job.
good cult.
Should
We're
we
proud of
should
you.
probably pick out a couple plots of property and put up a poll and see where they want it. Do they want it
Yeah.
south, central? Where do they want it?
I would say probably, yeah, somewhere like a little more south, a little
A little
more west,
warmer, a little
a little
warmer.
warmer. Maybe Virginia, maybe West Virginia.
We need somebody, we need some people that know how to grow some food.
I can do that. I can grow food.
You're a gardener, you can do that.
Yeah, I grow ground peanuts. I can grow maters. I can
Yeah.
do it all, man. Like I was in the army.
Yeah. We need some sewers because we're going to need some clothes probably mended and not that we're not living off the grid, right?
No, we're gonna have
Okay.
we got to be able to do shows.
Yeah.
Unless we put Richie and Trevor on like exercise bikes and generate electricity for our Wi-Fi, that could work.
Look at that. His pants are off. He's working hard.
Wow.
There we go. Iowa, they are farmers. I know, right?
Who's farmers?
People
Oh, in
in
Iowa?
Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you corn for fucking ever.
Should that be the next shirt? Get haunted, best cult ever.
Yeah, I love that. God damn, write that down.
shirt, shirt. All right, guys. So that is what we had for you today, this midweek, this midday. We had the good stuff. So don't forget Rob of Ghost Gear Tech. Seriously, when you see that post come out this afternoon, please answer his questions and head over. Don't cut your hair. Stop. What are you doing?
Just trimming up.
This is how we know. This is how Rob likes to stop. He does it actually in the middle of important meetings too. When he does, when the phone goes like this, he's playing a game. He's
Listen,
like, oh, guess
I
he's
have
checked out.
certain time limits on my pool game where I have to collect my prizes.
Okay, well, you know what? Okay, with that. So I'm excited. We've got amazing things going. We just want to say thank you for sticking it out with us, for helping us through the hard times, because we're seeing the sun is coming out. Storms can't last forever, folks, and it's time. It's time to bask in the light that you guys have created. So,
Yeah, I like that. That was nice.
right?
That was nice.
Yeah. Why do you always look at me shocked, though, when I say things?
Because you're a witch and a heathen, so sometimes I wasn't expecting those nice words.
Yeah. Should
And
I go?
Dee Dee's dream thing is coming on the 22nd,
yeah.
which is soon, right?
No,
I don't know.
it's not the 22nd. Is it the
I don't-
22nd? That's a Monday.
You spelled it
Dee Dee.
right, yes, Dee. Dee, when are we doing the dream thing? Because you got me so damn curious now.
Yeah, give us the date, Dee, because I can't I don't have folks, I have no notes around me, so a lot of this stuff is coming out of my brain, and I try to keep it straight. But the 21st.
All right. There's something on the 22nd too, though.
Yeah, that's my show, Dork, with Forgotten
right.
Exploration. Nice
Okay,
producer.
everyone.
Nice
Everyone,
producer.
calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, this is going to be so exciting to see what came out of it. Very interesting dream experiment connecting the paranormal specifically. So I cannot wait to hear Dee Dee's side of it.
Yeah.
She had some cameras rolling.
Yeah. I want to know, and I hope there's a prize, and I hope I win it.
What kind of prize are you?
I don't know. Whoever had the coolest and most accurate dream should win a prize. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Dee Dee, get on a prize, I guess.
A prize.
And only make sure.
Oh,
Rob
see,
wins.
this is what you can't do that, Dee Dee.
Oh, see, she's hooking you in. She's
Yeah,
like,
she's effing with me. I think.
she is. She's like, you don't want to miss it. So don't forget, guys, 21st Sunday, dream reveal, folks. You're going to want to know this one. Okay, with that, I think we're going to let everybody go because we got some amazing work to do, and I need to get on this Ghost Gear website because I'm going to.
Oh yeah. First, let's get some work done. Sarah woke up at like 10:30. Okay.
I
Like,
did, guys. No, I don't know what happened. I don't. I woke up out of a dead sleep. I thought it said 8:45, which is still too late, and it was 9:45. That's horrible. And he had already been working for a couple hours.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Some people have to get, keep
yeah,
the business running.
I know.
It's
I think
not,
you've just been working me too hard, and I just finally
oh,
crashed. Yeah.
I know.
I wasn't tripping balls. No. It just if you're asking if I was tripping balls, no, I just totally I was out. I was out cold and dreaming hard. That was crazy. So with that, we're going to get back to work. You guys are going to get back to work.
Yep.
Have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your week. We love you. Thank you to Rob of Ghost Gear. It's so amazing to have a new friend in the network. Candy, again, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for thinking of us and thinking of the community and being a part of the
Yeah.
community. You just made it that much better. So thank you to that. We love you, Joe B. We
Joe
love
B.
you.
Love you too, bro.
We love you.
Love you. Here,
Love you,
let's
Mike.
throw that. Let's throw him a little more love. All right.
Joey.
2 seconds is too fast. Huh?
It's a little too fast.
It's a little too fast. What do you
Do it
need?
again. Do it again.
Ladies, what do you need? 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's just a little too fast. So let's get that. It's got to go up a little longer.
All right, we'll give it three
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
And I will get to everybody here, but it's kind of hard because everybody's a separate
Yeah.
video clip.
This is
And
how much we love you, though. We
I'm
love you so
hunting
much.
around, but I'm hunting around trying to make this shit work for everybody. And oof.
Yeah. We love you. I love you guys so much that I put Rob to work on personal videos for you. So that's how much I love you that I asked for you.
Hold the bus. What? Okay. All right. This
Yeah.
is she
Yeah.
did all this.
Sam, she needs 5 minutes. She wants her picture to be up there in 5 minutes.
Oh well, come on.
We'll make you our background. That's what we should do too. Each show, we should make the background somebody's picture. We'll just see
Yeah.
their cute little face back there. We can do rows of their faces. All right, guys, get back to work. You have things to do,
Yeah.
as do we. So go be fabulous, be kind to each other, spread some love, go be inspiring. And I'm going to go try to motivate Rob to get some. It's enough. It's enough dicking around today.
Okay. No more dicking around.
No more dicking around. All right, with that, folks, we're going to see you. Don't forget, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Haunted Faith. Please check out
Trevor.
Haunted Faith. Trevor, it is a fundraiser for Haunts for the Homeless. If you cannot donate, that's okay. We understand sometimes money can be tight. Any amount is appreciated. But if you can't do that, can you at least share out the link to the show, share out the
Share.
link to Haunts for the Homeless? Because the more eyes on it, the better chance we get
Yeah.
of somebody stepping up. And together we can give hope a new home. So let's do that. Let's do that with
Yeah.
Christina and Jeff. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys, go have an amazing day. And you made our day that much better. So we will see you guys. We'll see you guys Friday night. How about
We'll see
that?
your asses later.
We'll see you Friday night. Have a great day, guys.